clear, Patrick Psycho Ryder. If you ever take a position in the federal government, I will follow you myself to Washington, and I'll bring my billboard truck. Hey, what's up, guys? Long Island Audit here, back again with another video. Thank you all for joining me for this live stream. I need you all to just follow where I'm going with this. I need to make this video because Patrick Psycho Ryder, the Nassau County Police Commissioner here in New York State, is a danger to the public, and he's a danger in law enforcement. And I have a feeling that he's vying for a job in the federal government during the Trump administration. Now, very quickly, just want to say I don't get involved in left and right politics. I'm for the people. I believe the left and the right are designed in order to divide we the people and keep our attention away from uniting. And we need to unite against people like Patrick Psycho Ryder, that's for sure. So first, I want to introduce you to Dean Esposito.
Congressman Anthony D'Esposito is responding to what he calls a hit piece in the New York Times.
The report is accusing him of putting his lover and fiance's daughter on payroll using money from taxpayers. News 4's Greg Sergel took a closer look.
Along this busy Garden City street today,
he should have known better. He was a police officer.
Margaret. He should have known better. Margaret, you should know better. He should have known better, the Congressman D'Esposito, for his nepotism and hiring political friends because he's a police officer. Come on, Margaret. You got to wake up.
Voters like Margaret Giuliano weighed in on this New York Times report alleging that Long Island Congressman Anthony D'Esposito hired both his fiance's daughter and alleged mistress to part-time jobs here in his district office.
That's not all. That's not all he hired. He hired some additional people. We'll get into that in a second.
A possible violation of House ethics rules. Jim Fox is a D'Esposito supporter.
It's coming from the New York Times. It looked to me like it was a hit piece on somebody who's doing a really good job for our community.
This district is the biggest target of the Democrat Party.
The freshman lawmaker who spoke at last week's Trump rally is locked in a heated re-election campaign in a swing congressional district. Today, he called the New York Times story a slimy partisan hit piece designed to distract Long Islanders from Democrats' failing record. My personal life, D'Esposito said, has never interfered with my ability to deliver results for New York's 4th district.
He's been a very strong advocate for his district. I've been up there a lot. I know the people of his district.
Today, the House Speaker did not commit to any ethics investigation of D'Esposito. But D'Esposito's Democratic opponent, Laura Gillen, released a statement saying these are very serious allegations that demand further investigation.
This is not a gray area. It is absolutely unequivocally unethical.
Hofstra Law School professor James Sample says Congress has anti-nepotism laws and a code barring House members from having a sexual relationship with employees. D'Esposito, he says, could argue he didn't violate the strict letter of those laws, but his actions are still questionable.
If these allegations are true, he was letting the public dollars that he controls go to his personal family and friends, and that is a problem.
A problem Professor Sample says probably won't be addressed in Washington before the November vote. In Hempstead, Greg.
So he is a congressman from Long Island and D'Esposito, and he hired apparently his mistress that he had an affair with. He hired a bunch of political, he did a lot of political favors and gave people jobs, apparently people that didn't qualify for those jobs. So let's take a look here. D'Esposito accused, but what we don't hear, ladies and gentlemen, in the report is, let's take a look here. Accused of hiring friends and family to do these jobs, nepotism. But if we go down here, according to Newsday, D'Esposito's former scheduler, Ashley Saperconi, is the daughter of Republican Senate candidate Mike Saperconi. Like D'Esposito, Mike Saperconi's former NYPD detective. An intern for D'Esposito, Aiden Driscoll, is the son of Hempstead Town receiver of taxes, Janine Driscoll. The junior Driscoll was a paid intern in the congressman's Washington office, according to Newsday. Additionally, Jill Ann Ryder is listed as a part-time employee for D'Esposito. She is the wife of Nassau Police Commissioner Patrick Psycho Ryder. They always seem to miss the psycho part of his name. So let's put this into perspective. D'Esposito was a congressman here on Long Island. He is very close with Donald Trump, and he is very close, as you could see, with Patrick Psycho Ryder. So there you go. There you have it. Patrick Psycho Ryder, he hired D'Esposito, the congressman, hired Patrick Ryder's unqualified wife to do a position, basically a no-show position is what I believe it is. So why does this all lead to Patrick Psycho Ryder joining the federal government, right? You know, what's to say he's going to join the federal government? Well, there's a couple things that concern me, and we cannot, I'm serious. I will follow you, Patrick Psycho Ryder, to Washington myself with the billboard truck. You're not going to get away with what you've been getting away with here. The corruption, the tyranny, police brutality, official misconduct, perjury, mismanagement of the asset forfeiture funds, the lack of transparency when filing a FOIL request with your department. You're not just going to get away with that and go to the federal government. I'm going to make sure that the president-elect Donald Trump and everybody in the world knows exactly who you are, so that way you don't get any more positions of power. You need to retire. That's what you need to do. So you can see right here, you can see right here, the congressman is making a play for the top DEA role. So he wants to be the director of the Drug Enforcement Agency, D'Esposito. So he has made, it says, New York GOP Representative Anthony D'Esposito is making a play for a job in the incoming Trump administration, the next head of the Drug Enforcement Administration. After losing re-election bid in his competitive Long Island district, D'Esposito is working to consolidate support from regional law enforcement unions, in addition to calling key players in Trump's orbit, according to persons with direct knowledge of the matter. So he's on the short list. This guy right here, D'Esposito, the guy who hired the woman he had an affair with, the guy who hired Patrick Psycho Ryder's wife, the guy who hired all these, political positions, political favors, no-show jobs, truly corrupt individual. And he's in the short list for the DEA spot. Now, why would I say he's already hired Jill Ryder? So why wouldn't he bring Patrick Ryder with him? I wanted to there's nothing confirmed about Patrick Psycho Ryder going to the federal government. I'm told he can't get a job in the federal government unless it was an appointed position, because he has a federal ID number. He was arrested in New Jersey, and he was also arrested in New York State. He has multiple arrests on his record, because he's a psycho. And so I'm told he's not eligible. I'm told that Bruce Blakeman, which I'll show you a picture right here. This is the part that worries me right here. You see, this is Donald Trump speaking at a fallen NYPD officer's funeral in Nassau County. And you could see, but there was an NYPD officer, NYPD. And yet Patrick Psycho Ryder decided to make his appearance here next to the president-elect Donald Trump. And this right here is Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman, the individual that refuses to fire Patrick Ryder and do the right thing. So again, I don't want this dangerous individual, Patrick Psycho Ryder, anywhere near the federal government. He needs to retire and resign. I will continue to use the billboard truck. What's going on in, the federal government and the elections and everything, I just don't want, Donald Trump won the election. He is the president-elect. I speak in facts. I don't deal in feelings. He is the next president of the United States. This man was not elected by anybody. He was appointed by a county executive who is now serving time in federal prison, Ed Mangano. Patrick Ryder was appointed by a convicted felon for corruption charges. And he is still the police commissioner. Why? You say, why is he still the police commissioner? There's been the convicted felon executive. Then you had the Laura Curran, who was the executive after him, who I'm told Patrick Ryder had an inappropriate relationship with, an affair. And now we have Bruce Blakeman, who's right over here. And I'm told that Patrick Ryder has some information on Bruce Blakeman that Bruce Blakeman doesn't want getting out there. So again, it's all politics. It's all corruption. And Patrick Ryder, you got to understand, this man, he craves power. He has an 80,000 square foot facility that's kind of like the NSA, right? It's an intelligence facility, an 80,000 square foot facility with I believe like 100 intelligence officers. This is Nassau County. Nassau County, if you're from Nassau County, if you know of Nassau County, it is not New York City, it is not Chicago, it is Nassau County, right? It's suburbs. And yet he has an 80,000 square foot intelligence facility. What do you need that for? I've been there. It's on the Nassau County Community campus. He has his own little village, it's like its own training facility as well, with street lights and houses. They're building houses just to do all these trainings. I wanted to make this video. This is not really a video, that's stating hard, cold facts on Patrick Ryder's going into the federal government for sure. I'm trying to burst the balloon right away. Patrick Psycho Ryder, I will do a video on you every single day, exposing every single thing about you, so that way people know that you are unqualified for any position. You're unqualified for the position you currently have as the Nassau County Police Commissioner, and we're going to get you out of that role soon. So let me take a look at some of the comments here. Again, I hate bringing up politics. This is, politics has divided this country, whether you're on the right or the left or in the middle. Politics has divided this country. We, the people, need to get back to being united and resist tyranny. Resist tyranny together, whether the tyranny comes from right or left, red or blue. It doesn't matter. Tyranny is tyranny. Corruption is corruption. And none of those politicians care about you. So we need to do what we can. I'm from Long Island Audit, right? I am trying to take down one of the most powerful corrupt men in my area, Patrick Psycho Ryder. He's outlived 3 different executives, one that's a convicted felon for corruption charges. And then he has this facility, this intelligence facility. It's insane. He has his own little CIA and NSA. That's how he sent his mass goons to my home to arrest me, even though I'm off the grid, really. I try to keep my information private, but he found me. He pinged my phone. He used his intelligence facility. He tried to intimidate me with his mass goons running me off the road. I will not be intimidated by you, Ryder. And I promise you, I will let every single person know the real you, because I know you got a lot of people fooled. I will take the billboard truck that I got sitting in my driveway and run it around Nassau County every single day, Washington, D.C., whatever it takes. You will never. You need to retire, resign in disgrace. That's what you need to do. That's what needs to go on here. But I just wanted to give you guys an update. Also, I spoke at a community meeting yesterday. Stay tuned to the channel. I'll be posting the video of that. Also, there is an auditor that is in military court, a tribunal court, for filming a military installation. I got a lot of good content, a lot of good videos coming up, so I can educate you guys and we can learn about our rights and we can expose tyranny, corruption wherever we may find it. Let me know what you think about this one in the comment section below. Say no to Patrick Ryder. Let's let everybody know. Hit that like button and share this video so the world can know what a tyrant he is. As always, stay safe. God bless. I'll see you in the next one. Long Island Audit. Peace.